But on average, 30 to 40%, which asset is going to beat this? I have this, I quickly made this chart that shows a trend line, a logarithmic trend line of Bitcoin growth. This is our power curve model. And this basically captures 16-year trend line of Bitcoin. And you can zoom in a little bit here and to figure out what you can expect of Bitcoin on the average time period. So this logarithmic pattern is doing a great job capturing the average value for Bitcoin. And most of in bull markets, Bitcoin goes above it. In bear market, Bitcoin goes below it. And interestingly, in the last few years, we have been just flirting with this line with a little bit below and a little bit above, below, above. We are kind of stuck around that. And very interesting. And that tells me that we are not really in the bubble phase anymore. And instead, we are simply growing as much as the long-term trend would suggest, which means, just real adoption is expanding Bitcoin and bubble hasn't even started. But also the beauty of this is you can now eliminate all the price volatility and just look at that curve, and the slope of the curve will tell you the rate of growth of the asset at any point in time without getting distracted by all the day-to-day or month-to-month volatility. You can read more in depth in the article, but the latest CAGR that we have, like today's rate of return, is 42%. So the CAGR of Bitcoin today is 42%, and by the end of the decade, by the end of 2030, it's gonna be 30%. So this decade, or this second half of the decade, I'm expecting somewhere between 30 to 40% on an annual basis. But of course, not going to be smooth, right? 1 year is probably going to be very weak and boring, but then the next year is going to be doubling or tripling, right? But on average, 30 to 40%, which asset is going to beat this? I can't think of any, unless you're like extremely lucky. Like Bitcoin is reliable percentage return, but like you can always find a penny stock or some other thing that does a great job in a short period of time, but not long-term, not predictable, not really reliable. Here we are talking about a revolution in financial markets. We are talking about a new network. We are talking about a miniature gold that's forming from the beginning, and you can only see a phenomenon like this once in a lifetime. We are seeing a new basis for the financial world emerging and growing, and that's why these higher returns are much more reliable than a one-off altcoin or something else.